If you're a Virginia parent tonight looking for your kids, they're most likely here at Tent City. Who was the fastest on the field? Well, today, they got to decide who was the fastest behind the wheel. Coach, obviously, it's a big poll anytime you can get a name like DC United down here. Another big point of interest is who's actually going to be filling these stands behind me. Everyone is getting hyped right now. We've got all the signs out here. Most Cavalier fans will make their trips back out of the area, but like you heard them say, there's a lot of optimism here for the football team. Headed to what y'all call the show. Coach, tell me, just walk me through the feelings of, seeing that final score on the scoreboard and having that golden ticket in your hand. Tonight's game also has major NCAA tournament implications. The 17-team bracket. A lot of your players weren't even old enough the last time y'all started a season weren't even born yet. The last time y'all started a season like this. That did not keep the fans away, and that was most evident in the second half after Ty Jerome came up in the clutch. But guys, y'all have anything else you want to say before I go? Yes. Live in Annapolis, Preston Willett, CBS 19 Sports. As students packed into Albemarle's gym, it wasn't for just any basketball game. This crowd was there for one special team.
I think it's amazing to see all them crowds cheering for us instead of the teachers, because we got the power of the teachers, though.
The Albemarle Power Patriots are a team made up of students with special needs, taking on a team of teachers. But the crowd, the cheerleaders, and the band are there for their classmates.
It's fun, to play with some friends and the people that cheer for you and your friends.
To see their smiling faces and to see them, one of them said, "That's the greatest day I ever had in my whole life." I mean, that you can't. Nothing replaces that.
This game came to be 4 years ago when a couple of kids just wanted their chance to play for their school.
And someone heard him say, "We'll never get to be on a high school team." And that just broke my heart.
Just 4 years later, not only do the kids have a team, but honorary coaches from UVA like Jack Salt and Kyle Guy, as well as AHS alums Austin Katstra and Grant Kersey.
This kind of started up when I was in my sophomore, junior year of high school here, so just being able to come back and kind of see how big it's got and how much support there is behind it's really cool.
This is why we play. We play because we love the game, and these guys love the game. They're playing out here right now having a great time, and we try to do as many things like this as we can.
But what matters most to these kids is getting their turn on the court.
They're cool and all, and I just ignore them. I don't pretend they're not there. I just play basketball.
Just like any 3-year-old, Luke Edwards is filled with energy and clings to his dad.
Hey, Coach.
What do I coach?
In here.
But to those who know Luke, his life has been anything but typical.
I felt like Luke's life from the very beginning, before he even was here, was really extra special.
On Christmas Eve in 2014, while Matt worked as a grad assistant at BYU under Bronco Mendenhall, the Edwards family received their first bombshell.
Mary Beth had an ultrasound, and we found out that Luke was going to be born with bilateral club feet.
After a couple months of casts and now braces for Luke, Matt was offered a job 2,000 miles away at Southern Virginia. It was there when a routine checkup for Luke delivered even more heartbreak.
We got a call at about 8 at night, and we were just about to put him down, and she told us that we needed to take him to the hospital, and so we said, okay, we'll just, we'll take him in tomorrow morning. And she just kind of took a breath and said, no, you need to take him in tonight.
We're looking back, Luke's sleeping in his car seat, and you're scared. You don't know what's going on, so I'm holding back tears, and I remember looking over at Matt saying, is there any way that this could be cancer?
Shortly after, Luke was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Why him? He's a great little boy. He's happy, and he loves to, he's got a lot of energy.
The family began making 4 to 5 day trips to the UVA Children's Hospital, where down the road, Matt's former coach, Bronco Mendenhall, had just taken over the football program.
Just said, I know that a lot's going on, but if you have a spot, I'd love to join your staff. And he wrote back that he didn't have a spot.
All the while, Luke continued getting treatment at UVA, and the community they left behind in Utah surrounded them again.
I haven't talked to these people now in 2 or 3 years and saying, hey, what room are you in? We're just going to bring you out a meal, or hey, can we grab you a hotel room for tonight? Hey, come stay at our house.
Then finally, a position opened up for Matt as an offensive analyst, and Luke got the chance to join another family of Thursday's heroes.
2, 3, go!
To see the team and the other coaches, it was, it truly cemented that it was, our family out here.
Through every trial, a path of little miracles leading the family home.
It felt a step above luck. It felt more like a miracle that it all worked out the way that it did.
We've sat down and counted the miracles, and it's too many to count, but we're definitely really thankful and grateful.
UVA, go to goals.
Go Hoos, go.
Summers at the pool are not the only thing Esta Ndama had to adjust to.
It's really different from there, like almost everything, like the houses, trees.
That's because 3 years ago, Esta and her family moved to the U.S. from a refugee camp just outside of a war-torn Congo. And after ending up in Charlottesville, her family turned to the pool at Fry Spring.
In Africa, we don't have like coaches to teach us how to swim. We have to go by ourselves and try to teach us how to swim, so I did not know any kind of strokes.
Ready, go! One of her coaches is Hussein Osman, who took a similar path to Fry Spring, leaving a refugee camp in Kenya after escaping Somalia.
If we were still in Somalia, I wouldn't probably be here right now, like standing in front of you guys.
Without knowing how to swim, a pool would seem like the last place Osman would find refuge in a new community.
We didn't really have nothing else to do because we didn't really know anybody around Charlottesville. And everybody here at Fry Springs kind of made it like home.
Fry Spring has become a summertime home to more than a dozen refugees and their kids.
I kind of see how much that it benefits them, and it benefited me from swimming. Like, I'm not scared of jumping in the water anymore. Like, I'm not scared to swim.
And just by being there, Hussein benefits kids like Esta.
It's really helpful, and fun to know somebody else from the same country as you are. Yeah, I get kind of happy when I found out.
A further reach to provide something more than just a swim team.
They trust me with their kids, and I trust them with my life, and it's great. It kind of feels like it's not even a team to me, it's just family.